Hey everyone, John here, and welcome to part 3 of the LEGO Jurassic World Raptor Party. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then check out parts 1 and 2 of the party. Links are in the description below. Remember that in part 1 I reviewed LEGO set 75920, Raptor Escape, and in part 2 I reviewed LEGO set 75917, Raptor Rampage. Here in part 3 I'm going to take both Raptor sets and put them together to make an awesome scene. Let's get started. First, let's take a look at the minifigures that came with these sets. Starting on the left, we have the random ACU guy with trank gun and body armor. Then we have Owen, who is still double-wielding knives. Then Claire and her cell phone. Then Barry and his trank gun. Lastly, we have the unnamed vet with his shock staff. Remember that the ACU guy, Owen, and Claire came with Raptor Rampage, and Barry and the vet came with Raptor Escape. Next, let's take a look at the Raptors. I arranged them in order by letter. Starting from the left, we have Blue, Charlie, Delta, and lastly Echo. Blue and Delta came with Raptor Rampage, so they have their headpieces with GoPros attached to them. Charlie and Echo came with Raptor Escape and did not come with anything extra. Next, let's take a look at the smaller vehicles from these two sets. On the left, we have Barry's four-wheeler with trank gun on the side. Next, we have the portable trank cannon from the vet van with spring-loaded missile. And lastly, we have Owen's motorcycle. Barry's four-wheeler came with Raptor Escape, while the cannon and motorcycle came with Raptor Rampage. Lastly, we have the main parts of both sets. For Raptor Escape, we have the Raptor enclosure, and for Raptor Rampage, we have the vet van. Now that we've reviewed everything in these sets, let's get started on that scene. Guys, I've done it. In part 2, I said I wanted Blue, or I wanted one of the Raptors on this motorcycle, and I have done it. It's a little hard to balance her right here, but as you can see, her paws actually can hold on to the handlebars of the motorcycle, and you can barely fit her feet over the other edge. It's really hard to balance, and I'm afraid it's going to fall. But there we go. Raptor on a motorcycle, exactly how I want it. On a related note, here's Charlie on the four-wheeler. This one isn't as impressive as the motorcycle because the four-wheeler is pretty well balanced, but still pretty cool, and I thought I'd show it to you guys. If you remember at the end of my review for Raptor Escape, one of the questions I asked was, how big is this enclosure and can it actually fit all four Raptors? Well, now that I have all four, I can say that it does. You can have two Raptors on this side of the fence, so let's go ahead and put them down. And you can have two Raptors on the other side. You just have to be careful because their tails will interfere with each other. But all tail crisscrossing aside, you can have all four Raptors in the cage at the same time. Of course, if you want to make it a little easier on yourself, you can make the Raptors stand up a little higher. You can have them stand up like this. See, now they're looking up at the sky at you. So, here we go. And you have a little bit more freedom when you stand them up this way. Okay, so there's all four Raptors. Now another thing that I touched on at the end of the review for Raptor Escape was, is there a way to make this cage bigger? So it turns out if you take these two links right here, there's link number 1 and link number 2, we're actually separating these two parts of the cage. And these two parts, the part with the tower and with the feeding chute, they are all connected. They can be connected this way. And you can have a wall or some other Lego pieces together, and it gives you a lot more room in your Raptor enclosure. So instead of having them stand up straight or have them going with their tails all over the place, you can actually stand them up naturally and make them look a little more like the way they do in the movie. And that's how you can make the Raptor enclosure a little bigger. Alright guys, before we get to the story, let's take a look at the vet unit van. So, logically, if you have a vet unit van with this carriage in the back here, it should be able to hold a raptor who is hurt. So we have a raptor right here. Oh, I'm sick. I'm dying. Help me. Now we want to put him into the van. So if you stretch his legs back here, we can open up the van and we can actually slide him on and her on in there. The only thing is that it's a little bit of a shame. You're going to have the tail sticking out no matter what, unless you amputate the tail. But I don't think she wants that. But if you have the raptor in here, then you get this as an added bonus. Yeah! Woo! And that is it for the vet van. Let's get started with our story, the LEGO Jurassic World Raptor Party. Well guys, that's it for LEGO Jurassic World Raptor Party Part 3. I had a lot of fun doing these reviews for these two sets, and I had a lot of fun doing the skit. If you want to see these two sets being reviewed separately, then make sure you check out Parts 1 and 2 of the party. I have the links in the description below. And if you want one of these sets for yourselves, make sure that you pick them up soon. I've been looking for the other sets, and I'm beginning to have a harder and harder time finding them. So, what did you think of the skit, and what did you think of my reviews? Leave your comments in the comments section below, rate, subscribe, and visit jonatthezoo.com. I'll see you guys next time.